thing you want to do is get it jacked up in the air, get your gun set up or your 4-way, and pull the tire off. First thing, when you get the tire off, you want to pull this bleeder screw. It's typically an 8 or a 10, and just bust it loose. Once you get busted loose, you'll want to tighten it back up. That way you ain't leaking fluid all over the ground and all making a big mess. So bust it loose. It's loose. Tighten it back up, hand tight. Afterwards, there's 2 bolts. They're piston bolts. You put them here. You got 2 of them. You got to take those out. Once you get those out, get the right sizes. So bust these 2 loose. Once they're off, I use these. I get them off tool truck for like $10. If you don't have one of these, it's no big deal. Main thing you want to do is you never want to let this line hang loose. It'll actually collapse the line on the inside. So you have to let it hang somewhere like on the strut. Put it on the strut up here, and I'll show you right now. Like so. It's not really super tight, you don't need nothing, but you don't want it to hang. Now you can take off the pads. There's 1, 2. These are what pads look like. These pads are really thin. I'm going to show you what the new ones look like in a minute. You have all these brackets. Typically, in most places, like XL parts or O'Reilly's, they have these. Advance has them in the box. I don't know about AutoZone. Try not to use AutoZone. So you got them off. Next thing you have to do is slide these out. These are probably the most important thing to a brake. These actually slide your caliper back and forth. See how that one's not sliding too well? It looks like it is, but it's rough. It feels real rough and dry. You definitely want to put some grease on them. I'm going to grab some grease and I'll show you all how to clean them and grease them. So here's some good brake grease. You can use any type of grease, wheel bearing grease, anything. You just want to get it greased up real good. First thing you do is you want to clean these, wipe them off real good, get them real clean. See how they're all shiny and clean and look okay? They ain't gotta be spotless. Now you're gonna put some grease on it. Just rub it all over. Slide it back in there. See how that one pushes out? It's pushing against it. That's good. We got a lot of grease in it now. Do the same thing and to the next one. So on some of these, let me see where I can get it. Some of these they have a rubber in them. I don't know if y'all can see that rubber. See the rubber on it? Some of them have rubber, some don't. Be sure you know where they came out from. don't know exactly why they have it like that. Maybe just for the movement and the play in it. But either way, if it came out one hole, it's supposed to go back in that same one. You wouldn't want to, you know, I don't know what it caused if you put in the wrong one. Sometimes they're longer than others. So they only go in one hole, which is no big deal. But just try to pay attention when you pull them out. I know which one it came out of. It came out the bottom, so just keep that in mind. So here's the old pads, and there's the new pads. A little bit of a difference, not much. Throw it back together, same way you took it apart. Like I was saying earlier, these are new. They come in most of the packages if the vehicle has them. Hardest part is figuring out how they go on there. So you got this dibble right here. That's gonna go down in that groove. Push it down. Just like so. Got it down in there. We want to put the scrapers. These are going to be a wear indicator. So whenever you're hearing that you're squeaking and you need new tires or new brakes, that's what that is. Just a brake squealer. This one actually has both brake squealers on both sides. So okay. So the reason why I say to make this hand tight, because if you try to break this loose and it's not bolted down, it's impossible to get apart. It just makes it very hard. And there's no reason for that. Why make things harder than they need to be? So break it loose first, hand tighten it. You're going to put this little thing on here. You just squeeze it together. Get the camera up here. So squeeze that together, and you'll watch over here. You'll see it. See it dripping now? Just give it a couple pushes. What you're doing is you're getting all that old fluid out, any air that might be in there, pushing all that out, like so. So this is the most important part of the whole brake job. If you don't believe me, try it. Don't put it on there. But what will happen is vibrations and movement, and over time, this is Loctite, by the way. I always use Loctite. I've learned over the years, if you don't use Loctite, it's going to cost you maybe a tow bill, maybe a wreck. There's no telling. Use Loctite. It's simple. That little can will last an average person probably their whole entire life. Now, when you work on cars and stuff, I wish it would, because it's kind of crazy to buy as much as we do. But we buy a lot of that because we use it non-stop every day. What this does, I'm not advertising for this company or anything like that. I don't know who makes this stuff. I guess it's Loctite. But the reason I use it so much and I stand behind it so frequently is because if you don't use that on here, I can only tighten this bolt so much, and I could torque it down, but I'm not going to torque them down. Hand tight is good with this stuff. But what happens is, when you're driving down the road and that stuff vibrates and loosens up, it will cause that bolt to fly out. You might lose it. When you lose it, this is wobbling around in your rim, which causes this to lock up your tire. And when that locks up your tire, you're going to remember, I wish I would have used Loctite. So always, always, always use Loctite as much as you can. They have a blue Loctite and a red Loctite. For most things, blue Loctite will do the job. The difference between it is, one's made for heat, like really, really high temperature heat, and one's for like brake calipers, maybe your lock nuts over here on the hub. You might want to use red on that, because you don't take that off that often. But blue Loctite is on things that you take on and off all the time, like brakes, you know, that kind of stuff. So, that's pretty much all you need to know. That was a quick video, kind of. If y'all like this video and y'all want to see some more of this kind of stuff, comment below and let me know what you would like to see. I work on everything. Sooner or later, I touch everything. So just let me know, like, subscribe if you want to see more DIYs. So after you got both sides all finished, I'm going to show this because 90% of the videos I see don't show this. Both sides are done. Fill up the fluid, the brake fluid, read what the cap says, put what the cap says. I'm not going to tell you what to put in your car. They're all different. So after you do all that, you pump it up, and he's going to pump it up till it gets solid. He's going to hold it and say, okay. And once he says, okay, you're going to open this bleeder. Close. Do that about 4 or 5 times. Pump it up. When you're all done and you got it all bled and everything, fill that back up, put it down, and test drive it. That's it for this video, guys. I just had to throw this in there because most videos do not show this, and you have to do this. You have to get the air out of the system. You want to get that dirty fluid out of there. You have to do all that. So, hope y'all enjoyed.